No one will tell you the truth about your retirement until you retire. The whole system, the age at which you stop working, the accounts that require you to deposit, the golden age dreams we've been chasing is not built for your benefit. The concept of retirement at 65 does not come from doctors or aging studies. Prime Minister Otto von Bismarck created the world's first government-financed retirement system in 1889, setting the eligible age at 70 and lowering it to 65 in 1916. Life expectancy in Germany hovers between 40 and 45. The system is designed so that most workers die before collecting anything. When Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act in 1935, the United States copied that strategy, setting the retirement age at 65 and an average life expectancy of about 61, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. 65 has never been a biological milestone. That number was chosen because most people can reach it. Now look at the financial scaffolding, because that part will soon collapse. Around 1980, about 38% of private sector workers had defined benefit pensions, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. By 2023, only about 15% will receive pensions, and only 3% will rely on pensions as the only retirement tool. Filling that gap is the 401k plan, which was originally a tax loophole in the 1978 tax code. Ted Benner, a welfare consultant, discovered in 1981 that the rule could become an employer finance savings plan, and companies followed suit because the arrangement transferred the risk of retirement per dollar to individual employees. Mr. Benabin reportedly described the system he created as a monster that was too complicated for ordinary workers. According to the Federal Reserve's Consumer Finance Survey in 2022, the median household retirement savings in the United States are about $87,000. Half of the households had lower fertility rates. The National Institute on Retirement Security has found that about 40% of households aged 55 to 64 do not have retirement savings. William Benjamin, 1994 4% rule said $1 million a year was needed to safely withdraw $40,000. The $87,000 to $1 million target illustrates this. A 2021 FINRA Foundation study found that only 32% of Americans answered 4/5 of basic financial literacy questions. We handed people a complex investment vehicle and skipped the instructions. Many believe that Social Security will fill the gap. By 2024, the average monthly benefit will be about $1,907, or about $22,884 a year. The federal poverty line for singles is $15,060. That eliminated poverty, but hardly. The 2024 report of the Social Security Trustee predicts that the trust will not pay full benefits until around 2033, after which revenue will cover about 77%. Fidelity estimated in 2023 that a 65-year-old retired couple needed only about $315,000 in medical expenses, excluding long-term care. Genworth booked a room at a private nursing home for about $116,800 a year. When someone casually tells you to save for retirement, the scale they describe is staggering. This is a turning point that most people don't expect, because money is only half the equation. A 2005 study of Shell employees by the British Medical Journal found that 10-year mortality rates were about 37% higher among workers who retired at 55 than among those who retired at 65. In a 2009 study published in the journal Economic Outlook, Rold and Willis linked early retirement in the United States, Britain, and Europe to faster cognitive decline. The psychologist Robert Ashley describes how the honeymoon phase gives way to disillusionment when endless leisure is impossible. Loneliness complicates everything. Vivek Murthy, US Health Secretary, argued in 2023 that chronic loneliness posed a health risk to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. The ARP Foundation reports that 1/3 of adults 45 and older feel lonely. Since 1938, Robert Waldinger, director of adult development studies at Harvard, has found that strong relationships predict happiness and longevity more than money. Unwittingly retiring, it stripped away the structure that supported those connections. Retirees' reports did not match postcards. In a 2023 survey by the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, only 37% said they were very confident that they had enough money. A 2023 study by Edward Jones and AgeWave found that 69% of retirees said the key was not to stop working, but to gain the freedom to pursue what mattered most. Wes Moss has found that the happiest retirees have at least 3.6 core pursuits while maintaining strong social relationships. About 26% of people over 50 retire and return to work, many not for money, but for purpose and connections, according to the Rand Corporation. The 65 clues go back to Germany in the 1880s and have no biological basis. 401k replaces pensions to cut corporate costs, not to serve workers. Social Security was a Great Depression safety net, never a retirement plan. Households 65 and older still spend about $57,818 a year, breaking the myth that you will spend less. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, research shows that automatic happiness after retirement depends entirely on how you spend your time. People who thrive after leaving are not always the ones who save the most. They built lasting relationships, maintained a sense of purpose, and understood retirement as a transition, not a destination. The deepest lie is that retirement is your goal, and after 40 years of hard work, good things will come. Well done, retirees. Find that there is no point in reaching their goals, only the next chapter, and they plan personally, emotionally, and socially. Every building we inherited was built for a world where people worked until they collapsed and died quickly. We don't live in that world anymore, and maybe it is time to stop planning. If that changes your view of retirement, share it with those who need to listen and sign up for more. See you next time.